There are new photos that show the aftermath of an alleged domestic abuse incident between Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Taylor Frankie Paul and her ex-boyfriend, pictured there, Dakota Mortensen. Now, we do want to warn you, these images on your screen right now may be difficult to look at.
You can see Mortensen with a bloody nose and scratches on his neck after an alleged fight the couple had in February. You can also see Paul with bruising on her forehead, arms, and neck. New video also shows Mortensen speaking to police about their kids' safety right after that incident.
That makes me worried for him.
Okay. Yeah, so just work through,
like
yeah, you're losing two, and
well, yeah, and
you don't
it's
want to
like
lose one more.
If she's in a really bad place, I don't actually feel safe at all with that.
Prosecutors in Utah say the pair will not face charges for this incident. The exes each describing the fight with conflicting claims of abuse.
NBC News correspondent Liz Kruetz is here from Los Angeles with the very latest. Glad to have you on set with us at Daily, Liz. So tell us a little bit more about what you're learning from this new 911 call made by Mortensen's friend. What have you learned?
Yeah, so good to be with you guys. So we should also just point out that this is a different domestic violence incident than the one we've also been reporting on from a few years ago with that video where you can see Taylor Frankie Paul throwing the chair at Dakota Mortensen. This is the most recent allegation that just happened in February. And we know that Dakota Mortensen's friend, we believe his roommate, ended up calling 911 saying that Taylor Frankie Paul was attacking Dakota. Take a listen to the call.
He's got scratch marks on his neck. It's going on too long and too far. She ended up in the attack, she ended up breaking his car screen when she jumped in, his mirror, threw a drink in his car. She's just very unhinged at the moment.
Now, Taylor Frankie Paul then told police that Mortensen refused to leave her home and that at one point he grabbed her, took her head, and hit it against the dashboard of his vehicle. So they were both making accusations against each other. And ultimately, the city prosecutor advised that neither Taylor or Dakota are credible witnesses, saying that their statements are both fraught with inconsistencies.
We were talking about this in the commercial break, and I mean, it's just so toxic hearing about this back and forth, and it's really hard hearing about kids being involved. But there's also fallout professionally for these people. I mean, the other women who do Secret Lives of Mormon Wives have said they've had to stop filming because of this incident. Is there any other professional fallout?
Yeah, well, of course, this incident happened and led to some of the cast of Secret Lives going to the producers of the show and saying, we don't know if we want to continue as long as she is involved right now because of this behavior and potentially other behavior that we're not really even aware of, it sounds like. And then, of course, we also saw what happened with The Bachelorette and that Disney pulled the plug on the season just days before it was set to air.
Big money loss.
Big money loss for Disney, huge amount of money loss, and a bunch of people that work there that had jobs lined up to produce the show now losing their jobs. So a lot of ramifications there for a lot of people. But then also between the two of them, they now have protective orders against each other, and Taylor Frankie Paul is only allowed certain supervised visitations with her son, or child she shares with Dakota Mortensen.
Wow. Liz Kruetz joining us from LA. Liz, it is great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.